Violator Radio. Uncut.
You see how we get into it, Rez, right?
Just like that. Rest in peace, Craig Mack.
Rest in peace to Craig Mack.
Yeah.
Listen, y'all, it's Violator Radio Uncut.
DJ Super DJ Reds.
Much love to all of our radio listeners out there. We appreciate y'all each and every week. We do.
Mm-hmm.
But we also appreciate our podcast subscribers as well.
Most definitely.
Shout out to y'all. Big up to y'all on all the platforms. It's Violator Radio Uncut with a K.
With a K, yes indeed.
On all streaming platforms. Rez, how you feeling?
Feeling great, man. It's about to get raw and uncut.
We got an interesting one today.
Yes.
I'm not mad at it. First of all, plug your social, Reds.
At DJ REDDZ. That's the IG and the X. What about you, my friend?
At DJ SUPA on that X. At Super the DJ on Instagram. Follow our crew at Violator All Star DJs.
Yes.
Big up to DJ Fusion.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all always can check him out. He holding us down in the second hour of the show.
Yep.
Let them know who we got on the show today, man.
We got a beautiful, beautiful lady from the DMV. Northeast DC to be exact. Army vet.
Yes.
In the nursing field.
Yes.
And she beautiful, y'all.
Oh, thank you.
Miss Gabriele Davis is here.
Thank you.
Welcome, Gabrielle.
Thank you.
Originally from DC. Where in DC?
Yes, Northeast, Spinner Road, Heckingham Mall.
Oh, be clear.
Hey, be very clear.
Yes.
Be clear. Okay.
Rosedale Street to be real clear.
Yeah. Yep, she's here. And
we've had a lot of wonderful guests from DC on the show.
yes, indeed.
Now we got Gabriele Davis. You have an interesting story to share with us today.
Yes, I do. Unfortunately, yes.
Unfortunately. I don't want to have any build up to it. Let's just get straight to it. Okay.
So we're going to title this, Is BMW Racist?
Is BMW racist?
Is BMW racist?
Yeah.
All right, so Gabrielle, where do you want to start the story off with everything that's been going on? Where do you want to kick things off?
I say you should tell us the story, how it kind of happened. And Attorney Hopkins is on with us as well.
Oh, let me make sure he's up there. Mr. Hopkins, you there, sir?
Yes.
All right. Attorney Loyd Hopkins is here. Do you want to put your social media out there for everybody so they can lock in with you in case they need some legal advice?
I'll give you my email address. I don't do too much social media, given all the foolishness I've seen on it. My email address is Loyd with one L, Loyd, Hopkins, Hopkins, P as in Peter, C as in Charles, PC at hotmail.com.
Nice.
And this is a first, y'all. And you know it's serious when her lawyer is here on the show as well.
That's right.
So he's here to make sure everything is kosher coalition.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And make sure everything's on the right narrow.
That's right.
Where do you want to begin with this?
Take us back to that, what happened in the morning, right?
Actually, no. It happened at around 8:30 at night.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it happened around 8:30. The thing is to build up to that is that I had a stroke and I ended up having pneumonia because I stopped eating meat. So my protein levels were low. So I was really sick with pneumonia.
Mm-hmm.
So I hadn't been working and my bills were falling behind. My kids were helping me. Shout out to my kids. Good kids. They were helping me out financially. So my daughter sent me some money and I said, well, my car note was like, I think it was at that time, maybe 88 days, you know what I mean, past due. So we were going into the 90 day and I didn't want them to come and repossess my car.
And this is a car note for your BMW?
Yes, it's a car note for my BMW.
Okay.
Yes, sir. So I wasn't feeling well. I could barely speak. I was using breathing treatments and I called BMW because I made arrangements with them to send them a payment.
Mm-hmm.
So I sent the payment. And it was like 4 days now. So now we're at like past 90 days. And the payment didn't come out of my account.
Gotcha.
And then they also had sent me an email saying that they did not receive the payment. So I called just to, find out what was going on to see if they received the payment.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I'm transferred to collections because my car note is behind. The lady was being a little abrupt. I understand that. Wasn't a problem with me for her to be a little abrupt. I finally just tried to get it out. I was like, ma'am, please just tell me if my payment made it, to BMW. Mm-hmm. She said, well, yes, your payment did make it, but you were supposed to pay it on the 1st and you didn't pay it to the 2nd. And, she went on and on and on with whatever they have to tell you. So at that point,
she was being kind of sassy.
Yes, but I was in collections. So I was expecting her to be a little abrupt with the way that she spoke with me. Mm-hmm. So it didn't bother me. At that moment when she did tell me that my payment was received, God told me to be quiet. Like literally. He said, be quiet. Don't you say another word. Mm-hmm. You got the information that you needed. Mm-hmm. Be quiet. Mm-hmm. And so I said, because I can be a little chatty. Mm-hmm. So I said, okay, God, no problem. Once I did that, she was still talking and I was quiet, and she came back to the phone and she either said, do you understand, or did you hear what I said? Something to that nature. And I didn't say anything because God said, be quiet.
But you were also struggling with your voice.
Yes, I sounded like
leave that part out.
Yeah, I was.
It ain't like you just sitting there.
No, I was like, like you really couldn't hear what I was saying. Even the attorney had problems understanding what I was saying when I was speaking with him. Mm-hmm. So I just didn't say anything else. And when she realized that I wasn't saying anything, she said, you gotta effing be kidding me.
You can actually say what she said here.
You can say it, but this is raw and uncut.
You can actually say it.
Okay. She said, you gotta fucking be kidding me, you fucking nigger.
Damn.
And to be clear for everybody listening out there, this is the lady on the phone you're talking to in collections.
Yes.
At BMW.
Yes. In collections at BMW.
BMW Financial.
Yes.
Can I interject here?
Go ahead, Mr. Hopkins. That's attorney Loyd Hopkins, by the way, y'all. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah. So the actual quote is from the BMW agent to Miss Davis is, are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? You fucking nigger.
Damn.
Close quote.
What transpires in the next few minutes right after she says that?
Right after she said that, I immediately jumped up because I wasn't expecting her to say that. And so even though God told me to be quiet, I wanted to say something. And so because my voice was already messed up, I went high octave and nothing would come out. Nothing would come out of my mouth. And I'm just standing here and she's going, or
wow,
boom, 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 boom. Like she's making these weird noises and it creeped me out. And I didn't know if she was chanting. I didn't know if she was trying to work something negative on me. I'm getting chills now. I didn't know what she was trying to do. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, should I hang the phone up? Should I listen? What should I do? And then she began to have a conversation with herself, say, customer called in, but she was talking low, asking about why she received an email in reference to her car payment, blah, 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 blah. And then the phone finally hung up.
Wow.
Did this individual have an accent?
No.
Okay.
No.
I'm just wondering if it was like a call center somewhere else. You know what I mean?
I don't know. No, it wasn't a call center. I can't say that it wasn't.
Right, because they do have call centers in like India.
Right. No, there was no accent. None whatsoever.
So she got frustrated, called you a fucking nigga.
Yes.
Then did some type of chant.
Yes.
Probably was on her end a way to woosah.
Yeah, I don't know what it was.
And there was no back and forth between you guys.
No, we never argued. We never anything. The only thing because I kept I'm always trying to find a reasonable doubt for someone else.
Yes, indeed.
And so what I was thinking to myself was maybe when I was taking deep breaths, like to try to have a conversation because it was hard for me to breathe, maybe she thought I was sighing out, like, you know what I mean? Or like I was getting on her nerves. That's the only thing that I could think that could upset her that bad. I never said anything rude to her, not that I know of. Mm-hmm. Not that I know.
So she pretty much thought you were off the phone.
That's the perception.
Okay. So if it's perceived to be that means this is her true authentic self shining through.
Yeah.
On BMW's financial collections platform.
Yeah.
Facts.
From their department.
Yes.
All right, so walk us through the days or the weeks leading up to that. Like, what happens now?
Well, after I got off the phone, it was around 8:30 at night. Mm-hmm. So after I got off the phone, I just started to cry because I'm like, I just got over a stroke. I got pneumonia, and dang, I just wanted to make sure my payment made it. Mm-hmm. And I'm called a fucking nigga. You know what I mean? They didn't call me. They didn't call me to say, where's your payment? Like, you haven't paid, and to harass. You know, they call you and say, what your payment. They didn't call me. I called them to make sure that my payment was received. So I got off the phone and I cried. Mm-hmm. And I've never been called a nigga before by another race.
Right.
You know what I mean? I've been called that by my girlfriends. I've been called that by, you know, my African-American friends. That's more of a loving, enduring term
to us.
Right.
Yeah, let's get it straight. She didn't call her a nigga.
No.
She called her a nigger.
Yeah.
Yes.
They call her ER. The ER.
The ER.
Not the A.
No, not the A.
Mr. Hopkins ain't playing.
Mr. Hopkins ain't playing at all.
He's not. I definitely, you know, God led me to him too. That's a whole nother issue.
And she called you a fucking nigga at that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So
she meant that.
So most companies have some type of prompt that says this call might be recorded for quality purposes or anything like that. Mr. Hopkins, is there a recording of this?
Oh, absolutely. They refused to give it to us. They told, when she continues with the story, she called a supervisor. She spoke to two supervisors, and they confirmed to her before she ever got in contact with me that they had recorded the phone call.
Okay, so hold that thought. How much time went by between the incident and then until you link up with Mr. Hopkins?
A day.
Oh, you wasn't playing.
Yes, a day.
Okay.
Yeah, my daughter was the spearhead of it. She don't play.
Shout out to your daughter.
Yeah, she definitely does not. Neither one of my kids play, but they don't play with me.
As they should.
So, you know, I got off the phone that night, and the first person I called, of course, was my daughter. And I was so upset. She was like, Mommy, you know you can't talk. I can't hear you, Mom. I can't understand anything you're saying. She was like, get off the phone and text me. So I had to get off the phone with her and text her what happened. And when I text her what happened, she called back and she went ballistic. She just went off. She said, you know, Mom, she worked part-time at some place, and she would used to do it at home. So she said, Mommy, she probably was at home. And that's why it was 8:30 at night. She probably was at home, and that's why she felt comfortable saying what she said, because she wouldn't have felt as comfortable if she was in the actual building.
Right. In a call center.
Exactly. Right. So, you know, after my daughter called my son, and it was a 3-way conversation, and they said, Mommy, just go to bed. And I couldn't sleep. Right. I couldn't sleep. And I'm a strong woman, you know, again, Northeast, you know what I mean? But that I fought in Iraq.
Right.
You know, and that thing, I'm sorry.
No, hey man. Let it out, you know.
That bothered me. It did, because
you served this country.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of other folks that were in the military from our communities that have served this country over the years and come back to the bullshit.
Yeah. You know, and the thing is, like, you know, beforehand I was raising my children, and, you know, I had them in private schools, you know, struggling. And finally my kids were to a point that they were older. You know, I saved my money. I worked and I saved my money. And I wanted my first BMW. Like, BMW was my car. You know, I loved BMWs. I loved the way they moved. I loved the way they looked, the lights, the sleekness of them. That was my favorite car. And I went and I got my favorite car. And
you deserved it.
Yeah.
So good.
And to work hard like that, fight for this country, you know, you doing the right thing, calling them to get your payments back on track, because, you know, we all fall on short times. Right. That's a part of life. And then to be called a fucking nigga,
So you couldn't talk. So did your daughter reach out to Mr. Hopkins?
Yeah, my daughter began looking for attorney. She was like, "Mom, you need an attorney."
Okay.
And Mr. Hopkins, I think I left a message. I don't remember if my daughter left a message or if I left a message, but I know he rang my phone. And I began talking to him, and his point was, how did she know you were? And he said, this took place over the phone. I said, yes. He said, well, how did she know you were a nigga? Like, how did she know you were black? You know what I mean? And
because
I was like, I don't know.
Gabriele Davis can be.
It could be either.
It could be a Spanish person.
Yes.
It could be a white person.
Yes.
Like it's not like Latifah.
It's not
Right.
Like
You know what I mean?
Right.
Shaquina.
Right. And so he was like, how did she know that you were black? And I was like, I don't know. I guess the same way that I know that you're black. You know what I mean? It's the baritone in the voice. It's, you kind of can tell sometimes. And he said, no. That's not what I mean. What I'm saying is you're sick. Mm-hmm. I can barely hear what you're saying when you're talking to me.
Right.
So with you being sick, how did she know that you were black? I was like, I don't know. Mm-hmm. I have no idea. I don't know if it's in the computer system. You know what I mean? That when they look, it says African American. I honestly have no idea.
I'm just like, why even voice those feelings? Clearly you're still on the call.
Right.
But in her mind, she probably thought she hung up or lost it.
Right.
Either way, I mean, it don't make it
And that's
right.
what I was thinking. I was like, well, maybe she didn't know I was on the phone. Maybe I'm still trying to make excuses or try to understand her psyche.
Right.
As to how she was able to just come out of her mouth and say that to me.
So when your daughter reached out to Mr. Hopkins and you were able to talk to him, you're finally starting to get your voice back?
No.
It still was difficult to talk?
It still was difficult to talk.
Okay.
Yes, it still was. He would be like, I didn't hear you.
So let me ask you, Mr. Hopkins, what was that first initial call when you talked to Gabrielle about the situation?
To be honest, it was a call to a law partners of mine. His name is Mike Taylor. She called Mike Taylor's office first, and they took the message. And he doesn't do civil rights work unless he does it with me. So he was in court, so he didn't scan or review the call, so it went right to me. So I thought it was a prank.
He did. He didn't believe me. He did not believe me. He was like, I don't understand. What do you mean?
No, I didn't say that to her. I told her I didn't believe. I said, well, I was actually cursing at her on the phone. I said, who the fuck would say something like that to you?
He was like, I don't understand. I'm trying to understand. How did this happen? Like, make me understand. And I was like, nothing happened. So he was like,
I figured he had to provoke her, right?
Yeah, he was like, no argument took place, no nothing took place. I said, no.
It went from 0 to 100.
Yeah.
How often does something go from 0 to 100 with another race, and they call you a fucking nigger at the end of the conversation?
That's crazy.
So I want you.
I thought it was a prank. I thought she wasn't being honest.
Now I want to bring something up about that, but first, can you give everybody like your background, how long you've been in the game, just so they can get a better idea of who you are and how long you've been doing this?
All right. Graduated from law school in 1994, University of Baltimore.
Nice.
The day after I graduated, I was in court. So I was working for a small litigation practice, white firm called King & King, PA. The day after I graduated, they threw me in court. I was literally in court the day after I graduated. So I worked for them for, I think it was 3 years. Then the head partner, his name was John McDonald King. He was a prince of lawyers. He died of a heart attack in his front lawn. And I ended up inheriting the law firm from him. Wow. My first jury trial was a jury trial up in Frederick, where my client was 3 white guys. They were accused of all being in the Ku Klux Klan. And the trial was held during Super Bowl week between the Dallas Cowboys and the Pittsburgh Steelers. It was me and 2 female lawyers. So the two guys were accused of being Klansmen by Janet Reno and the Clinton administration. And they had made certain representations to the state's attorney's office about what they would do with regard to the case, no matter what the outcome was. And I don't know if you know about the feds too much, but them and the state prosecutors are all in cahoots with these things. So what they expected to happen was for the white guys to get convicted of assault in state court so they could prosecute them for hate crimes in federal court. Well, things didn't work out that way. And the so-called black victim had perjured himself in court. I had a videotape. So everybody was showing this videotape. Nobody really broke down the videotape but me. But everybody played this videotape. So I broke down the videotape, and then I asked when the this alleged victim was on the stand, I asked him to identify everybody in the videotape. So he allegedly identified everybody in the videotape. So I asked him if he was sure. He said yes. Yeah, I asked him if he was positive. He said yes. I said, "Are you absolutely positive?" He said yes. I said, "Are we clear?" He said crystal. I said, okay. So the state rested, and then I put the boy's father on the stand, and he identified his sons opposite to what the victim had identified them to be.
Oh, wow.
So in closing argument, the guy is sitting in the front row with right behind the prosecutors. I asked him to stand up. So he stood up, and I said to the jury while he's standing up, I don't forget the guy's name, but I said, "Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, this man said to you that he was 100% certain, and he was crystal clear, and he was calm, cool, and collected. He's a liar. He is a bald-faced liar, and he's so stupid that he doesn't understand that he lied in front of you. But you do. You heard it. The guy rushed me in court."
Wow.
Yeah.
And so the deputy grabbed, and he's all angry. So while he's being held back by the deputies, I'm still talking to the jury. So I said to the jury, "Does this man look calm, cool, and collected always?" And then I sat down. They acquitted my clients in less than 3 hours.
Nice.
That's what I'm talking about. It's attorney Loyd Hopkins, a.k.a. Black Lock.
Black Lock. Let's go, Black Lock.
Fuck Matt Lock. It's Black Lock.
He said you's a fucking liar.
And that's how he talks. That's how he talks. He's very blunt, and I love it.
So as y'all can see, I wanted you to just kind of break down who you are, just to let everybody know you're not new to this
At all.
No.
and that you've been doing this for a while. So now that we got that out the way.
Yeah. And I've been on all sides. I've represented, some of the worst criminals in Maryland. I've represented businessmen, represented people in personal injury cases, medical malpractice. The only thing I don't do litigation-wise is tax and bankruptcy. Although when I got a multi-million-dollar judgment, I had to go to federal court and bankruptcy court to defend my $1-million judgment. So I did that.
Black Lock, ladies and gentlemen.
Black Lock. I'm gonna need to holler at you because Easy Pass VA. They own me, Black Lock. I'm gonna need you to help me out. Fairfax VA, try to get your boy.
That's boss. That's what we text each other, boss.
Getting back to Miss Davis's story, one thing that she left out was that I put her on I gave her a homework assignment, which was to go contact BMW executives and supervisors and get her questions answered so she could answer my questions.
Right.
So she spoke to them about the case.
Okay. So let's take it from there. You have that initial conversation.
Yes.
How does that go?
How does it go?
Weird. Mr. Hopkins told me to call them, tell them my situation, and tell them that I wanted a copy of the tape. He said, once you do that, they're not going to give it to you. He said, but I want you to call me and just tell me what they said. So I said, okay. So I called, and, you know, they send you through all of these channels to try to get to a supervisor, because I try not to cause problems. So I didn't want to tell the young lady that answered the phone, the representative, what my situation was and why I was calling, because people talk at work. So that would have been spread all around, you know, BMW. I was just trying to keep it with management. So they would not transfer me to management. They said it takes 2 or 3 days and a manager will call you back. So I said, sweetheart, this is not a 2 or 3 day conversation. This is something that needs to happen now. And she said, well, ma'am, that's the problem, blah, 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 blah. So I said, ma'am, your representative that I spoke with last night, she called me a fucking nigger. She said, hold on, wait a minute, just hold on a second. And she put me on hold, and she came back to the phone, and she said, ma'am, they're pulling the tape now. They're going to get back with you within 15 minutes. Yeah.
Okay.
I called
dot.
And so I called my attorney and told him what they said. And he said, okay, just give him the time frame to call you back and then call me back. So 15 minutes went by, double 15 minutes, triple 15 minutes. I think it was, Mr. Hopkins, it was about what, 2 hours? Maybe 2 hours.
I don't recall how much.
It was something like,
it wasn't 15 minutes.
It wasn't 15 minutes. Definitely. It was more than an hour.
Minutes.
Yeah. And so
the
it was
point
more.
was BMW's response to Miss Davis's inquiry. That's what she needs to tell y'all.
Well, I did finally speak with a young lady in management, and she said to me, Miss Davis, can you explain to me what took place on the phone? And I said, well, I'm sorry, I was just informed by your representative that you were pulling the tape.
So you heard it.
So you heard what went on, and it's been over an hour now that you haven't called me back. So you listened to the tape. She said, no, I have not listened to the tape. I felt in my spirit that was a lie. You just wanted to see if I really heard what this lady said. So I told her everything, and then at that point she said, well, I just want you to know that my manager is in here listening to this conversation. And so when she said her manager was in, I knew you listened to that tape. That's why your manager is in there.
Of course they did.
Exactly. They just wanted to see what I knew.
Over and over
and over. Exactly. So she apologized to me, and she said, you know, we're going to take care of this. You know, we're going to get back with you, but we're definitely going to take care of this situation for you.
Is that an admission of guilt? Mr. Hopkins, is that an admission of guilt?
Well, pretty much, but here's the best part of the tape. After they acknowledge that they have the tape and they're reviewing the tape and they apologize to her, guess what they offered her?
Tell us the offer.
What was the offer, Gabrielle?
Now, let me say this. My feelings were hurt from the nigga call. You know, when something happens to you, traumatic, you go through different stages. You know what I mean? Of your feelings. So then the manager called me, the manager of the collections department, and told me his name and expressed the fact that this is not a representation of BMW, and that what he was prepared to offer me was, now mind you, remember I told you my car note was like 89 days past due. Right. So when I paid that one payment, now I'm still 2 months behind. He said, what we are prepared to offer you is to put your car payment on deferment.
Oh,
wow.
The two months. So I'm sitting here and I'm saying to myself, maybe I'm wrong because I don't know business like that, but I'm already paying the interest on the 2 months that are right here. If you put it on the end, then am I going to pay interest on that too? So basically what you're saying to me is I'm paying you for her to call me a nigga. I was
shiny
furious.
Object rule, gentlemen.
I was furious.
A black person, a shiny object, they're going to jump on it.
I was furious. And I told him no. As bad as it would have helped me in that situation right then and there. You know what I mean?
Right.
That ain't even no offer.
It's not.
It's not
an
an offer at all.
But
no, it gets worse.
Oh, yeah. It definitely gets worse. So I told him no, that I turned his offer down. I appreciate it, but no, thank you. And he said, are you sure? And I said, yes, sir, I'm sure. So he said, well, let me give you my telephone number just in case my personal number, just in case you change your mind. I said, I won't be changing my mind, but thank you, though. Mm-hmm. So I called.
Personal number.
It might have been the personal work number.
Yeah,
you know,
it was
sometimes.
a personal number.
Oh, it was a personal number? Okay.
Yeah, because I
gave it to him.
He called me.
Oh, did he? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, you know.
You respectfully declined.
Yes, respectfully declined. Then, when I backtrack, when I was speaking with the young lady that they wanted me to repeat everything that happened, I asked her for the tape at that time. Mm-hmm. And she said something like, well, I don't know, or I think it has to be a legal thing for you to get the tape, or, you know, and I'm like, well, why? If the tape is for the protection of BMW and it's also the protection of the consumer, why can't I have a copy of my conversation to protect me?
He was a little bit more explicit than that. He told her specifically, because Gabrielle called me up on the phone afterwards. The woman knew the law. The woman said, we can't give you the tape without a subpoena.
Yes. She said it court, basically.
Okay.
So they weren't willing to give me the tape. So I let him know that. After that, I think like 2 days went by, and it was really bothering me. And I don't know if it was bothering me because it hit me at a time when I was down, you know, and it was like I just got kicked. But it really, really bothered me. And I had to, you know, I already had PTSD from being in Iraq. Mm-hmm. I had been off the medicine for a while, you know. And so I was embarrassed, but I had to go and get some medication because I had not slept since she said that to me.
Wow.
I had not slept. And then the times that I did fall asleep, like the little quick 15 minutes, I would have horrible dreams, you know, and I began to start feeling like no matter what I do as a black woman in America, I fought your war. It's not even my war. Mm-hmm. I fought your war. I've been in your military, and it's still not enough.
Right.
It's still not enough. Nothing I do is ever going to be enough for me not to be called a nigga.
A fucking nigga.
Exactly. So I dealt with that situation, and I went and sought treatment, you know, and
damn, you went to treatment.
Yes, I had to, because I couldn't sleep. And I kept saying to myself, Gabrielle, shake this off. You know what I mean? Girl, you are a black sister. You know what I mean? You done raised some kids. You done been to war. You done, you know, shoot, you was raised in them concrete jungles in D.C. What are you tripping for? I could not shake it.
Right.
I couldn't.
And there's so many other residual things that come up off of not being able to sleep. You're lethargic all day. Your depression is just heightened. And
you feel like they played with you. You giving them your hard-earned money month after month.
So how much time goes by until the next offer comes?
Actually,
and then what takes place?
It was 3 days.
About 3 days?
He spoke with them.
Yeah, I spoke to a lawyer, and then I sent them a notice letter asking them for their policy limits, and to safeguard the tape. So basically a demand letter with a preservation of evidence request or demand. So I got a call from a lady named Helen Tuttle, who works for some big law firm up in New Jersey. So she's very nice, biracial lady. So I thought we would have good, direct conversations about the case, and we had. But the first thing out of Helen's mouth is she goes into some sort of financial file and tells me how much money my client owes on the car. And she tells me my client's underwater on the car. And then she tells me, well, how would Miss Davis like to get in front of the car? And I was like, well, what are you talking about? These trifling, racially insensitive, ignorant people at BMW offered her the car. I started laughing at her. And she goes, what's funny? That's a generous offer. I said, what she can do is take a lump sum settlement and either pay off the car or buy off the car. Why would she take the car?
Wow.
And she goes, well, we're just trying to be reasonable. I said, if you were reasonable, we wouldn't be in this situation.
That's for damn sure.
She was reasonable.
You know, so it's insult after insult, microaggression after insult. And so they thought she was going to be stupid or greedy or petty or venal and jump on the car, as opposed to understanding what really happened to her.
Right.
But then,
so after that happened, that's when things got intense.
Okay, so you declined the offer
respectfully.
Declined the offer,
yes,
and then told them that we were going to file suit. We weren't going to wait a year or 3 years for the statute of limitations. We were going to file suit immediately. And so what I did was I filed a suit in Baltimore City Circuit Court for negligent supervision, intentional infliction of emotional distress, racial discrimination, racial verbal assault, respondeat superior, breach of contract, conspiracy, and punitive damages. And they just removed the case to federal court this week.
Wow.
But Mr. Hopkins also, the legal part is what he deals with. The emotional part is what I deal with.
Right.
When he spoke to BMW the first or second time or whatever, I think it was the first time when he spoke with the attorney, she defended the young lady.
In what way? What did she say?
She said that this young lady was a good employee.
Wow.
They had never had any problems with her or any issues with her. And she's a good employee. And my attorney's like, until today.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But they were defending her. And that took a toll on me, that you would defend her, to say how good. So my attorney, did you ask them, but what did my client do?
I did.
And the rebuttal was?
They acknowledged the fact that it was completely unprovoked and unwarranted. And that's the biggest problem with this whole case.
So what are we doing?
Huh?
I was like, so what are we doing?
Well, here's the biggest question. What in the world prompted this white woman who doesn't know Gabrielle from a hole in the ground? What prompted her, after a completely, innocent sales call about a debt, what prompts her out of the blue, unprovoked, with screaming at her, "You fucking nigger"? What prompts that? What is inside this woman that prompts that? Plus, as we all know, if we're being supervised by our superior and we want to get sassy or something, we know if we say something inappropriate and our supervisor's right there looking us over the shoulder, we could lose our job. Right. Now, these recordings are not just recorded. That's something else we all need to know and understand. These are not just recorded. They review the recording for quality control. So each one of these recordings, somebody looks at a later time to review them to make sure you dotted your I's and crossed your T's about BMW's business interests.
Mm-hmm.
And so whoever was monitoring this woman, they were negligent and messed up there and didn't do their job. And whoever supervised that person messed up and didn't do their job. Because I don't know the personal experiences of you gentlemen, but I know for a fact that a person, black, white, whatever, a person does not go off the rails from 0 to 100 and call you the worst racial slur you can be called for a black person Not just a nigger, a fucking nigger. Let that soak in. She felt comfortable saying to another, or saying to a black person on a recorded line, you fucking nigger. That says to me two things. No supervision, and this is a malevolent person at heart. No one says that.
And then that little chant afterwards.
Yeah, that creeped me out.
What was that?
That's weird as fuck.
It creeped me out.
Well, maybe she had a nervous breakdown. Who knows?
No, she didn't have a nervous breakdown because she continued to repeat what our conversation was, so that she was typing it in for her notes, because I could hear her nails doing that. So she didn't have a nervous breakdown. I don't know what that chant was.
And you know, that's a funny point. You know, when I get a hold of that, you know that's not going to have the fucking nigger in it.
What?
Oh, no,
What she typed down to corporate.
Oh, of course not.
Oh, no.
Of course not. The notes that she typed, of course not. But I know she was typing because
No.
I could hear it.
I understand.
So it's all bad. It's all bad. It looks really bad for BMW right now.
Oh, it gets worse.
And so you turned down the offer for the car now. That's the second offer.
Yes.
What's after that?
Apparently, he would have to tell you better, but they wanted to go to mediation and allow a judge to say what the amount should be, or what a fair amount should be.
So, Mr. Hopkins, is all of this an indirect admission of guilt, and they're trying to fix the situation with the littlest
offer possible?
Yeah, is that their strategy?
No. You gentlemen are very smart. It's a direct admission of guilt. The question is, why BM? And I can't answer this. I've been doing this for a long time. This has been perplexing me. Why BMW is treating Miss Davis the way they are treating Miss Davis. I've talked to my brother, who's a corporate lawyer. I've talked to other lawyers, black, white, Jewish. And the bottom line I get from them is that they don't think she's for real. You know, they think she's huffing like the big bad wolf. They think she's huffing and puffing. Now that she filed suit, they know she's for real. But they think they can get an arbitrator to give her an award that's not generous, or litigate with her for a couple of years until she gets tired. Because the one thing they keep on repeating about Miss Davis is she's not wealthy.
Wow.
So I don't know if they thought I was, taking the case on some sort of hourly rate, but it's a contingent case. And I'm invested in Miss Davis.
Wow. So for you, in the sport of law, for a lawyer, when this case came to your desk, was it like, yo, I need in, coach. I need to play. I need to run game on this one.
Again, when I got the case is as good as a case can be. But it felt like a prank, because who would do that? This is a multinational company. You would think they would have the best of employees. I've never heard of a situation like this. I could not literally believe it.
BMW, that's old money.
Yeah.
Old money. What's that, German?
German money.
Yeah. So the thing is, what is the point of them saying she's not wealthy?
Right, because I don't have enough money to fight them.
To make it run, probably make it run mad long, to just
I would give up,
empty out her bank account so she can't afford a lawyer no more, and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Oh, got you. So they like we just gonna run it to the wheels fall off.
It's a bullying. Right. You're worth $60 billion plus dollars, and I don't have that kind of money. I'm a veteran.
Right.
I don't have that kind of money.
Right.
So it's a bullying tactic.
Are there any more offers at that point?
Oh,
after
my
that?
goodness. We went to mediation, and it's just I thought it was just an isolated incident with this young lady. And then the manager calls me. She calls me a nigga, and he treats me like a nigga. Then we go to mediation, And 2 lawyers show up. Do you remember what the other lawyer's name was? I don't remember what her name was.
I don't remember what the white lady's name it was, but it's not really important.
Okay. So we're there. They asked for this mediation. Okay. The judge, this was in what state? What it was in Maryland, but where was it at?
It was Montgomery County.
Montgomery County Circuit Court. The judge just happened to be a black man. My lawyer's black. And I'm black, of course.
And Helen's black.
And Helen is half, yes. If you looked at her, you would not know that she was an African-American woman. But the other lady was white. The judge comes in. I was the first one there. The judge comes in. Everybody comes in. Everybody is shaking hands. Everybody is, doing the appropriate thing and introducing themselves because we have no reason to have attitudes with each other.
Right.
When we went to shake her hand, the attorney, she said, "I don't shake hands. I elbow bump."
What? What?
Now, this is a judge.
This is a professional
setting, and she said she doesn't shake hands. She elbow bumps. So it's 2024. I'm giving her the benefit of the doubt of saying maybe she's a germaphobe. You know what I mean? These are, again, me always giving someone else the benefit of the doubt. Maybe she's a germaphobe. Maybe she's still in fear of COVID. Some people are still, not comfortable with COVID. So we're at a huge table, kind of like the size of this one.
Gotcha.
And she elbow bumps everybody. And she grabs her chair, pulls her chair in, touches the chair to pull the chair in. And then she places her hands on the table. It was not that you were a germaphobe, you were a colorphobe.
Yeah, you don't want.
And that's just my opinion. But that's coming from what I've been given from the beginning of BMW.
Right.
So this attorney didn't want to shake our hands. I was in awe of that. And I said something to her. I said, watch out now. You don't want to touch the table and get no germs now.
Right.
Because you don't, these tables are in the judge's chambers. Mm-hmm. So you don't know when the last time these tables have been wiped off. Mm-hmm. Or these chairs. Who wipes chairs off? If you have housekeeping and they come in and they see all the chairs under the table, like when I leave here and I push the chair under the table, they're not coming in there and wipe no chairs off.
No, they're going to think everything.
They're going to think everything is okay and they're going to go to the next room. So several people have been in here and have meetings. Table not wiped off, chairs not wiped off. But
I'm sure some of them was niggas.
Thank you.
She ain't no damn germaphobe.
She ain't no germaphobe. And she wasn't no coach. She's a niggerphobe. Exactly. And it bothered me. It really, again, it's like, they defended her. Then they want to put my car payment in deferment. Then now...
So mediation sound like it went nowhere.
Oh, it definitely went nowhere. They even told the judge because we were separated. When the judge went in there and sat with them, he would come back to us and tell us what they said and go back to them and tell them what, we said. So he came in to us and he sat down and he looked at me and my attorney and he said, well, their defense is that she didn't know that you were on the phone.
Wow.
That's another admission of guilt.
She is showing her true, authentic self.
And not only that, but BMW is showing your authentic self.
Thanks.
You use the fact that she didn't know I was on the phone as an excuse. I said that myself. She must not have known I was still on the phone. I can say that. You saying it as a defense for her is an issue. There's no defense for her being racist. It's just been constant, them defending her and making her seem like, that.
And what I'm saying is the fact that she thought she wasn't on the phone no more, she exposed her true, authentic self.
And that's the defense that BMW's lawyers use when they talk to the judge.
That's crazy to me.
It's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. It's ludicrous.
So what happened after mediation, Mr. Loyd?
They made an insulting offer.
Insulting.
And
come on with it. Another whack offer. Come on with it.
It was basically the same thing. Your client's poor. She's in debt. She needs money. It went back to the car again, basically.
Mm-hmm. So they basically giving you offers as if you a desperate woman.
Yeah,
that's right.
They're treating me like what they called me.
They treating you like a nigga.
Exactly.
You went over your head with this BMW, but you know we gonna bless your nigga ass and give you the car.
Right.
Right. You weren't good enough to get it, and so we'll be nice enough to give it to you. Now go on, darky.
Oh shit. Blacklock, ladies and gentlemen. Blacklock
is here.
So y'all clearly declined again.
Yes.
Yeah, and then what they did was they threw a line out, which it's kind of funny. She Miss Davis talks in the spiritual about God. I would never in 30 years of practice have accepted the mediation, but I had a discussion, spiritual discussion myself, and I was told to go to the hearing, go to the mediation. And I didn't understand why, because it was stupid. It was pointless. It was dumb. BMW wasn't going to make a fair offer. I knew that. They were playing the corporate playbook. But, you know, I got the message to go. So I went. So what these dummies do at the mediation is they tip their hand and they tell me what their real litigation point is, which is they're going to try to drag her into arbitration.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And so the white woman who's spewing all the microaggressions, she comes back all giddy and tells Helen, because she can't talk to me, she's too good to talk to me. She tells Helen to tell me about the arbitration clause.
She wouldn't even talk to him.
So Helen shows me the contract and the arbitration clause, and I immediately tell Helen that we're in Maryland, that it's a contract, it's an adhesion contract, and that some other thoughts popped up in my head, but I didn't tell Helen at the time. And then I had a sort of an epiphany that the whole purpose of this mediation was for Miss Davis and I to see the wickedness of BMW. I don't know if you guys study the Bible or you read the Old Testament. Are you guys familiar with the story of Exodus?
Why don't you refresh our memory and our listeners' memory?
It's the story of Exodus is in essence the story of Pharaoh and Moses, and Moses successfully bringing the Jews out of Egypt. Mm-hmm. And what happened most importantly is in Exodus, after the plague, Pharaoh wanted to let the Jews go, the Israelites. He wanted to let them go. And so when he had negotiations with Moses at the end of those negotiations, he was going to let the Israelites go. But God hardened his heart so that even though he wanted to do it, he acted against his best interest, and he didn't do it. And ultimately, Pharaoh was destroyed by the Red Sea when Moses parted the Red Sea. Mm-hmm. That's the impression I got from BMW. I think whoever the white woman was, she's the supervisor of Helen. I think she's insane. I think she's a moron and she's insane because there is nothing good that's going to happen to BMW as a result of this.
And they know that.
They know that.
They know this.
How could they not know it?
Miss Elbow
It's evident. And here's what's crazy. I think the complaint is powerful enough. But what happens in 45 days when I get the tape?
Oh, so I was going to ask you that. Like, how do you acquire this tape? So you will be getting the tape.
All I got to do is make a discovery request. They're going to give it to me in 45 days.
And they can't doctor it up or anything.
Nope.
So were any more offers made?
No.
So they just left it at, we want to give her the car. That was the best offer.
That's where we rejected that, and then they said, we're going to remove if you file suit in state court, we're going to remove the case to federal court, and we're going to arbitrate the case in New Jersey.
Okay.
And just let it sit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And take
but
sweet
my
time.
point to that was, I'll get the tape before we get to arbitration.
Okay.
Yeah, so where the tape, BMW?
So this whole time, you're just dealing with a lot.
Yeah.
How long did it take you to heal and get better and start
I still
talking?
haven't.
How long ago did this happen?
This happened in what, November?
Oh, Lord.
November the 8th.
In November. I still go.
2023.
I still go.
Yes,
As a matter of fact, I went to the psychiatrist yesterday.
Damn.
I still, some days I'm okay and some days I'm not. Sometimes I talk about it and I cry. Sometimes I talk about it and I'm angry. I go through my, I think the reason that I haven't gotten over it is because the blame game. You know what I mean? It's never, I'm not vindicated. Like, you keep defending this woman. Mm-hmm. You're protecting her and you're defending her. I just don't get it, but I guess it's not for me to get.
Mr. Hopkins, what do you want from this? Can you even speak on that as far as what do you want to get out of this?
I mean, look, there's the truth and then there's the political answer. I intend to punish BMW, and I intend to get a 8 or 9 figure verdict at trial. That's what I expect their gambit for arbitration to be drowned. I think I've done that with the complaint because I have a conspiracy count and I have a breach of contract count, and I think that'll kill the arbitration request. And then they're going to be stuck because this is public record now. And sooner or later, or with the help of this podcast, people are going to pick up what BMW did. And black folk ain't stupid. And enough black folk read and hear and understand what BMW happened, a light bulb's going to go off. Because we've all had trouble with a car payment, and we've all felt mistreated by a debt salesman or collector, whatever you want to call it. And every one of us who's black has had the feeling, I think these motherfuckers think I'm a nigga.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And here is the objective proof that you were right.
Crazy.
This is wild, Rez.
This is very wild. Miss Gabriele Davis, Attorney Hopkins.
So right now, we're before we get out of here, y'all are kind of just in a waiting mode right now.
No, yeah, we're in federal court. I'm about to make a request for the tape and the identification information of the woman, and then we'll just wait 45 days for them to give us that, and then we'll see what happens.
Man.
Y'all definitely need to keep us posted on the outcome of all of this.
Exactly.
Almost definitely. Yeah. We definitely will also be keeping up on this story. Mm-hmm. Anything we can do to help to shed more light on it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It definitely light needs to be shed on it, because I'm not going to say that African Americans,
far and wide, about what BMW does.
Yeah, I'm not going to say that African Americans are the biggest consumers of BMWs in the United States, but they damn sure high up there.
Oh, most definitely.
They high up there.
We make them all rich.
We make them all rich, exactly. And then we're treated like this, and it's like,
mm-hmm.
well,
they're gonna keep on buying them.
Yeah,
so.
and you know what's messed up, brothers? This is proof to that adage. This case is proof.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime you're thinking, what do those white folk think about me?
Mm-hmm.
This is the case.
Yep.
What does BMW think about me? Well, we all know you're a fucking nigger.
Mm-hmm.
Not nigga. We're not friends. Nigger. They're calling you a fucking nigger when you get off the line.
Miss Gabriele Davis, first and foremost, I'm definitely sorry this happened to you.
We apologize.
It's okay.
You got some dope representation here with you, and it sounds like you're in great hands.
He's
Attorney
definitely
Hopkins,
with
AK.
Blacklock,
aka Blacklock.
You know, when we went to the mediation, the judge was like, "You should be a judge," to my attorney.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, after this case, you think it ain't coming?
Yeah.
Man, that ain't for me.
Okay. All right. You know, we need some good black judges out here, though.
Yeah. Man, willing to fight for us.
And the crazy part is now with going, it's unfortunate, but BMW has now planted this in my head. And I'm afraid to even go to arbitration. I'm afraid to even go to
Hopefully
court.
you're not going to arbitration. You want a jury trial.
But I'm even afraid to go to court and have a white judge. You know, is that white judge looking at me like, you fucking nigga?
Man.
Is the arbitrating judge looking at me like, you fucking nigga? Now, and I didn't look at people like that before. You know, I was in the military for years, and I have white friends. We, you know, we're battle buddies for each other.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm looking at them like, they're looking at me like, you're a nigga. Get out of here.
I feel like when this tape comes out and they hear it, like, it's with 100% without a doubt. White judge, Puerto Rican judge, whatever kind of judge it is, this is wrong.
Wrong is
Yeah.
wrong.
You did nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing
you did
wrong.
nothing.
Attorney Loyd Hopkins, we appreciate you hopping on here with us, man, and just giving it extra one too, man. And
Thank you.
This was a dope conversation to have as well, and you got some great representation, Gabrielle.
Yes, I do. I do. That's my boss.
Y'all keep us posted. We all in this together now.
Yes, definitely.
Mr. Hopkins, put your information out there again for everybody.
My email address is Loyd, Loyd, Hopkins, Hopkins, P as in Peter, C as in Charles, PC at hotmail.com is my email address.
And what about you, Miss Gabriele Davis?
She don't want to be reached right now.
I don't even know how to do internet stuff.
Facebook.
I have Facebook.
You
I
want to
do.
get a hold of her? Holla at her lawyer. How about that?
Holla at Attorney Hopkins. We ain't,
AKA
Yes.
Brother Blacklock. He got you. Hey, y'all. We about to get on out of here, man. Peace and blessings to everybody. This one right here is one for the books.
Indeed.
Shout out to all our podcast subscribers out there all across the globe.
We appreciate you so much.
Until next time, peace and blessings, y'all. We out.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Yes, sir.
We interrupt this broadcast to bring you a special bulletin.
You've just been violated!
Excuse me?
It's Violator Radio, bitch!